Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and we are back for some more of the Twilight Princess HD Let's Play. And if you did miss out during the last one, well, we finally made it on over to where Lake Hylia was going to be, and then from there, we finally managed to head on over to the Upper Zora's River, which we are going to almost about to be making our way into where Zora's Domain is going to be in just a little bit here. Now, how we need to go and restart or into our way of Zora's Domain is that we have to go and do this little Midna puzzle that's going to be showing up here. Now, this area, I have to say, gave me a little bit of some frustrating moments here. Now, you have to be really careful when you're going to go and do all these Midna jumping, because at some point, while you are scaling up throughout this little part here, you are going to have to go in and basically encounter that there is going to be some of those different type of ice columns that are going to be falling down while you're going to have to be jumping around. So you may probably want to just kind of wait just a little bit of a few seconds or so and just kind of let those guys just kind of gradually fall on down, because if you go and try to at least somewhat try to speed run through everything, you're not going to really go and try to do as well as you should be, and you will be getting a little bit of some loss of different hearts. So just like that, from what you guys have to go and see, you just have to be a little bit careful. There's going to be another one that's going to be falling as well too, but at least the good thing is that we managed to go and skip around from that, and just like that, without any type of fall damage at all whatsoever, we finally made it to Zora's Domain. Now, what needs to happen from here while we are going through the Zora's Domain is that, if you guys remember back a couple episodes ago, we went and headed off into the Death Mountain part while we were actually being Wolf Link. Now, there was a meteorite that went and basically crashed on down around within that area of the Death Mountain parts, and we didn't really know anything to go and do with that type of big huge meteorite type of piece that was going on. Well, we can finally now go and use that big huge hunk of heated rock that's going to be going on from there, and finally smash down our way into the Zora's Domain, and finally take care of this whole this whole entire type of cold spur that is showing up here within our time. And once we go and smash on within everything here of this ice, the Zoras should at least be somewhat back to being in their peaceful selves for the time being, but there is still that dungeon that we do have to go and reach on into with, which unfortunately we can't really go and do just yet, because we need to go and collect out with the Vessel of Light, which that of course is going to be with the with everything with the what's the name of Lineru, I think, at this point in time. Now, we are going to be meeting up who Lineru is going to be, and I think he's that big serpent snake creature, right? Now, if you guys are kind of worried about why this game is rated teen for teen, well, this part, I think during the time of seeing Lineru, seeing that snake creature, there's going to be some teen for teen type of stuff that will actually be making it the way that it is here in this game. So, for right now, it looks like we're going to have to go and take this and bring it on over to Zora's Domain, and let's go and do that. Now, within these two videos for today, not only are we going to just be doing out here with just, of course, with Twilight Princess, but we are going to be doing some more of the Yokai Watch series as well, too, in the process. And I want to say from there, we are continuing onwards with a little bit of some Nate and Haley's story. We're just gonna kind of basically just go and just use some more of the Crank-a-Kai machine type of stuff that's going to be happening. See if we can go and try to pull out with any more other specialized yokai stuff that's going to be there. And I think we're going to be doing a little bit of some more of the key quest as well. So hopefully guys will go in and check out around with that. I know that we actually do have some pretty cool, awesome yokai so far within both of the two character sides, and hopefully we can still go and do that a little bit more within the next up and coming episode. Well, yeah, with the next up and coming episode at this point. So with that big huge heated rock that went on it down here, we got some nice good hot steamy water that's showing up here. Wow, I have to say, if these Zoras ever want to go and take a bath at this point in time, they're going to have a really nice good hot tub that's going to be showing up here, man. Now, we are going to be meeting up with the actual princess here of this actual area. We're going to be meeting up with Rutella, I believe that's what her name is. Now, we are going to be knowing about that young Zora that is actually sick at this point in time over at Telma's bar. And I believe his name is known as Raulis, I think. Now, Raulis is going to be somebody that we are going to have to speak to later on within the game that will be able to go and give us the actual fish hook that we can go and use while we actually have to head on over to the fishing hut area. Now, the fishing hut area is not going to be something that we are going to be seeing for a little bit later on, but we will have to head on into there. if we want to go and basically 100% complete with the different heart pieces, which that is what I'm going to try to do, just like how I did it before back in the original series of Twilight Princess back on the GameCube that one did. Now, I want to say there is quite a bit of heart pieces in this game, and I think I've already kind of stated this before, but yeah, there's a lot of them. I believe there is 5 different heart pieces that you do need to make into one certain heart container compared to just the 4 that happened back in Ocarina of Time. There's going to be a little bit more than that. There's going to be a whole lot that we're going to be having to go and grab there. Now, if you guys do see all these little podiums here, well, we're going to have to use that torch or our lamp once again as normal Link at some point. I believe that actually gives us a treasure chest there. So we're going to have to go and make sure to pick that up. And I think that will give us, I think, a heart piece, I think, right? But I could be wrong because I think we do need water bombs later. And we do have to dive all the way down into that area of the Zora's Domain. And I think there is another set of treasure chests, but I think I could be kind of skipping past between the two, but I know that there's a heart piece somewhere around there. I don't know if you have to use the lamp for it, or if you have to use the iron boots and water bomb your way into the diving spot of the Zoras, but we'll have to see that later. Yeah, if you guys do see that other type of part there that's going on, that icicle boulder that's there, I think that will lead us into the snowy region of our time, but we can't really do anything about with that for right now at this point, because we don't really have our way to go and collect them with the mirror pieces yet. So we're not even halfway into the game for right now. But we are in the well, I guess the hut of Lineru's place at this point in time, his home that we're going to be going and meeting up with here. Now, this area is going to have to deal with a lot of backtracking for this type of Vessel of Light. If you guys have been thinking that, like, oh, well, these Vessel of Light have been pretty simple out here so far, right, Prox? Well, think again, because here for Lineru's one is going to be really annoying. This one is going to be all dispersed all over this freaking place around within the Hyrule area. Like, first of all, not only is that there's going to be some, well, some of these type of Tears of Light bugs that are going to be here in just Lake Hylia alone. I think there's only like, I think 4, but we won't really know the 4th one until like the very end of everything, because that's when the mini boss is going to be showing up. But there's only technically 3 for right now in Lake Hylia. Then I believe we actually do have to do a little bit of another flying mini game that's going to be happening with the same type of Twilight flying creature. That's going to be added in like another type of 3 other bugs right there. So that's at least like around 6 or so. And then I think from there we got Upper Zora's River. I think there's only 1 or 2 different bugs there of that said area, I think. But I could be wrong. I think there could be another 3, but we'll have to see. But I know that Zora's Domain has a couple of them. I know that there's going to be one that's going to be actually hidden around within that throne room area from where we were normally kind of walking around from before. But at least the good thing is that we do have some battles out here with the Shadow Beasties again. These guys are going to be something that we're going to have to worry about here in this place. But at least the good thing is that these guys always do give us a warping point, so we will be heading back to some of these different destinations later. Now, the good thing is that, like, I think, like, way later on in the game, we are going to get, like, this piece of shard of what the Twilight Wolf is all about, and we'll be able to go and switch between the wolf a lot faster without having to go and deal with something like this here for a little bit. But that will be a very nice, good, handy-dandy thing if you are ever trying to go and collect out with any of the pole souls later on throughout the game, because it will make things 10 times faster than what it actually has to be just within, well, having to go through, like, in this type of way right now. So here we go. We're going to go and use the special plant once again, and we did this before, but we're going to have to do this one more other time. Now, during this type of post-recording right now, I want to say that we are on game 4, I think, of the Canucks game, which that is one of my favorite type of NHL teams right now, and I'm crossing my fingers that hopefully that Vancouver literally goes into the semifinals of this type of playoffs here, so that before we could go and see what the actual finals of the game is, for who's going to be heading on into there, because I think there's going to be like 4 other teams remaining right now currently, right? And Vancouver's just going to be the last of those type of teams to at least get that spot for that for those 4 other teams to be there. Hopefully, crossing our fingers that we don't go into a game 6 or something. That would just be a little bit crazy. Or I think we are on game 6 now. Well, no, I think we're on game 5, I think. But there's been like a lot of battles within Vancouver and Edmonton right now. It's been insane. But there we go. We got one of them so far, or well, I should say we got all of them now because I did have to do a little bit of an edit here. Now this part can be very, very, very frustrating on your first go around because if you're somebody that is new, that has never actually played through Twilight Princess before, this area right here is annoying as hell. The controls, I believe, are inverted, so you have to be a little bit careful for when you're flying around within the area. And I don't like this one bit because I've literally fallen off so many amount of times when I first went and played through the original series of Twilight Princess, which that was some rage-inducing moments from before. Too bad that I didn't actually still have the original series that's still up because you guys would have been hearing a lot of the annoying raging that has been going on from there. But now, here we are back in Upper Zora's River now. This is where we're going to be meeting up with that Afro lady again. Now, she does seem a little bit suspicious, don't you think? Because her hair kind of almost looks like in a way of like how that bird guy's head was almost like in an Afro type of state. Well, funny enough, I believe both that Afro guy at the very beginning of Farrah Woods and this girl here, I believe, are both siblings, I think, if I can recall right. So, we are going to have to go and speak with her a little bit later on as actual normal Link later on, because once we do become normal Link out here, we will be able to go and do this very frustrating and very annoying type of canoe minigame, which I believe we're going to have to do that not once, but twice. And I do say twice because I believe one is for a heart piece and another one is for the bomb bag. I believe the bomb bag, I think, is like the first one that we go and grab. The heart piece is like the second one that we have to go and pick up with. But yeah, the bomb bag upgrade is going to be something that I would like to go and make sure that we go and pick up because we do need that, because I think that gives us water bombs, right? Or something like that. So we need to make sure that we go and pick it up. And here we go, and this is another one of these Halloween stones. Now, if you guys are kind of wondering what this song is going to be, well, we already went and heard about the Song of Passing, I think. That was like the first one that happened. Well, now we're going to be hearing the Requiem of Spirits. So, this is going to be something nice to go and hear from this. Seems like they've been grabbing a lot of Majora's Mask type of ones that are here, right? Well, of course, it has, well, Twilight Princess does have, like, that dark type of atmosphere, right? So, of course, why not have some Majora's Mask type of ones to it here? I think this one is actually from Ocarina of Time, but I could be wrong. So, there we go. And, say goodbye to Mr. Wolf again, but we will be meeting him later for the shield attack, or something like that, right? I know that it has to use the shield that you can be able to go and like push enemies around, which that's actually something that may be somewhat a bit useful later on from the Mr. Skeleton guy that we're gonna have to go see later. So now since we're over here, we do have some Zoras that are just gonna be chilling around, and we're gonna have to go and talk to these two friendly Zoras here. They're gonna go and basically show us the way that there is an exit point that's gonna head us right on out. Now this part here could actually get you somewhat, I want to say, somewhat discombobulated here. Now don't worry, this is something that has happened to me before, getting discombobulated, but you have to make sure that you have to head all the way down to Castletown and just kind of backtrack your way all the way over here, because while you do that, we got this more shadow beasties that are going to be showing up once again. Now this is going to be something that's going to be very useful because now since we do have this type of warping point, at least for the time being, we can just go and head on over to Castletown much faster without having to really worry about ever having to walk around anymore like this. But there we go, we got it. What I'm really going to be dreading is, though, out of all the heart pieces, is that hot spring water one. Oh man, that hot spring barrel type of mini game level, I'm not going to really love that at all whatsoever. Because let me tell you, Like, that area, like, just that mini game alone is just another one of these frustrating ones to go after. Because I believe you have to go all the way from, I think, like, Kakariko, and you actually have to walk the actual barrel from there. You can't really go and just teleport or anything, or even, like, try to get any type of help at all. You literally have to, like, walk all the way over to there, with a set time limit for it as well, too, just like how the classic hot spring water was. Alright, so there's that one Zora Domain type of bug right there that we do want. Now, here in this other part of Zora's Domain, you actually have to jump off the waterfall and head on over to these lily pads. Now, this guy can be somewhat really frustrating because, unfortunately, trying to get onto these lily pads can become somewhat of a hassle. But if you're lucky enough, you should at least be able to get them at the right exact moment here. And let's go and do it. Now, I am currently recording this video at night right now. Unfortunately, today, with my day that has been going on, has been pretty busy, and I didn't really have enough time to literally go out of my way to record out with the video during the morning. I only had enough time to just go and do both with Yokai Watch 3 and get a certain Dreadlock video out of the way as well, too, because we're still going to be doing more of the Pokemon Dreadlock, which I'm finally happy to go and say that me and Chris are now finally back to do some more action within that series, which I'm really happy about that. So, hope you guys are checking out the newest content of the Dreadlock. I believe there is the latest one that is out right now at this current point in time. I believe it's almost like an hour long, so I wanted to make sure that you guys actually have enough content for the Dreadlock as we're going along throughout here. Because I know that sometimes me and Chris, we kind of have like a somewhat of a, well, I wouldn't really call it as a hiatus, but sometimes like it kind of takes a while for us to kind of get another video going, but hopefully that won't be the case anymore. But there we go, we got that one out of the way, all said and done from there. Alright, so now we're going to be in a weird situation, because we don't really know exactly where this bug is going to be, but we already do know where, well, at least we got somewhat of a nice good sort of feel for where this bug is going to be located with, and that is going to be all the way over towards into where Lake Hyla is going to be. And this is where we're going to have to go and end off the episode, because I don't really want to have to go and continue much any further, because I think once we go and battle out with this other mini boss battle with this Tears of Light bug, we'll be jumping right on into the main reason why that this game is actually going to be rated T for T to begin with Linearu at this point in time, and I would like to go and save that for the next time. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this episode for today. See you guys in the next one for Twilight Princess, and of course, peace.